Hello, I'm Kelly Wilde, tranny tragic, 79-year-old tranny tragic from Barnet in Hertfordshire, about 10 miles north of London. This is the first in a series of videos I shall be making entitled 101 Reasons to Dump the Bible. I was going to call it 101 Reasons to Hate the Bible, but I figured better not do that. The whole thing might get deleted by YouTube. Can't be too careful these days, can we now? 101 Reasons to Dump the Bible. This will be the first episode. I shall be producing one each week. Let me see now. 101, that means I'm going to be kept busy for 2 years. Deary, deary me, I hope I live that long. To guide me through this process, I shall be using the Little Red Bible book. That's a book I published several years ago. Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything, it's out of print at the moment. I'm working on it though, be warned. These are several quotes taken straight from the Bible, mostly the King James Bible, sometimes the New American Standard Bible. This is the point I wish to make. Even atheists like Christopher Hitchens makes the mistake of assuming just because Jesus wasn't a Christ or a Messiah, he was nevertheless a kind and decent man. No, he wasn't. He was a megalomaniac, an absolute monster, and this I intend to prove throughout the coming weeks. We're going to start off with a story about Jesus, and he's approached by a desperate mother whose little child, a daughter, is ill, dying. And let's see how Jesus deals with that situation, shall we? Change of goggles, I have to read. This is taken from the chapter from the Little Red Bible book called Jesus the Raving Rabbi. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coasts, and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. We'll talk about that another time. How could he possibly have been the son or related to David unless Joseph was his natural father? We'll deal with that another time. Thou son of David, my daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. But he answered her not a word. He just stayed quiet. And the disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of Israel. In other words, fuck everybody else who isn't a Jew. Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered her and said, and this is my little quote here, get this, dear reader. Here it comes. Are you ready for this? This is Jesus speaking. It is not right to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs. He referred to the dying child as a dog. This is me again. The desperate mother refuses to give up. She continues to plead. And back to the Bible. And she said, Truth, Lord, yet even the dogs eat the crumbs which fall from the master's table. This poor woman, she's absolutely desperate for some help from this Jesus, this Messiah character, this person who claims he can heal the sick and raise the dead. She's begging him, she's pleading with him. He's already told her No way, I'm not going to waste my powers on dogs. And then here's my comment again. Eventually, with the crowd getting restless and overhearing every word, Jesus is cowered into casting a spell over the dog. But too late to convince me that this man was anything but a heartless, racist pig. I am filled with loathing and contempt for any healer who refuses to help a sick child simply because she happens to be of the wrong race or religion. And so would you be were you just for one moment to engage your brain, to see beyond your sick brain field and recognize this man for what he really was, a Hebrew supremacist, racist, despicable scum. And get this, dear reader, or in this case, dear listener, this is Jesus himself speaking. He said, "It is not right to cast the children's bread to dogs." He referred to the dying child as a dog. What kind of an evil, disgusting monster would say such a thing? Go figure. Now that, in a way, is the end of issue number 1 of this series. But I'm going to keep them real short, otherwise people get bored. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish off by reading you something from the Little Red Bible book, a quote by someone else. In this case, it'll be a quote by Margaret Knight, who was a lecturer in psychology at Aberdeen University in Scotland. It's absolutely brilliant, so just stay tuned. I'll only read you a bit of this quote, and it'll only take a minute. Stay tuned.